Taumbahay. Katulad ng napag-uusapan natin kanina, yung tungkol sa K-12, kasama na natin ngayon ang pretty na si Giecel Panergo. At isi-share niya sa atin, ano nga ba ang experience niya sa pag-aaral sa ibang bansa na merong K-12 education system. Good morning, Giecel.
Good morning po, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am talaga. Kasi Giecel is, gagraduate na siya ngayon, mga kataumbahay, at estudyante ko siya. Diba? Para lang kami magkapatid.
Ma'am, ikaw po yung pretty dyan. Everyone adores you.
Napag-uusapan nga yung K-12 kanina doon sa segment kasama si Abay Julie at sila Ma'am Supan and Doc Kainglet. Can you share with us, what is the experience studying abroad with K-12 education system?
I actually fully support the K-12 program po. Okay lang po mag-English kasi yung Tagalog ko baluktot. Pero yes, suporta po ako sa K-12. I had such a great experience being able to study abroad since I was a kindergarten to all the way to high school, senior year. And my experience has just been, I think, very great. Awesome.
Yes.
Because you develop a lot socially, mentally, intellectually. You gain so much knowledge and experience, especially because that's 2 years of added extra knowledge.
Let's talk about the advantages of K-12. Kasi diba dito sa Pilipinas, napaka-negative ng connotation about K-12. It will only prolong daw yung pag-aaral, wala naman parang dagdag sa gastos. Can you cite some examples na naging perks of adding another 2 years in high school?
One of the biggest advantages of having a K-12 program, I think, will be just the knowledge that you gain. Okay. Because that's 2 years of extra knowledge po. In those 2 years, you're able to tap into the interests of like the things that you like to do. So when I was in high school, we're required to learn a foreign language. Yes. So what I learned was Spanish.
So this is one of the electives?
Yes, electives. Okay. So I took the Spanish course. So for 2 years, I've studied Spanish.
So you can speak Spanish?
I can speak poquito, muy poquito.
Konti.
Yo hablo español poquito.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was able to learn how to speak Spanish. And when I was 18,
yes.
When you're 18, of course, you can start applying for jobs. So K-12, that's good because it allows you to, more opportunities for work are available for you. So I was able to take up on a job, which is I work for Bank of America.
Okay.
And
18 years old. You're
yes,
18 years old.
Right after high school, I was able to apply for a job at Bank of America, and I was hired right away, thanks to God. and there, that definitely allowed. That really was a great benefit for me. So with this whole thing of learning Spanish, we had a lot of Mexican clientele,
yes.
those that spoke a lot of Spanish. I was able to use that that knowledge in speaking to my clients who couldn't really speak English. So in K-12, I was able to learn these knowledge, learn a foreign language, and use that
for a job.
For my job, which that's the great advantage.
Are there Americans, or your friends from America, that who were not able to pursue college, or they obliged the students to pursue college?
Actually, we're very encouraged to take up a college degree, to go to college, to pursue higher education. But I mean, if you don't want to go to college, it's not like you'll be reprimanded for not getting a college degree.
So it will not strain you from, like, say, having promotion from your work?
It's much better if you have a college degree because when you have a college degree, more opportunities are open, more opportunities are offered to you. You get
higher salary,
and you can scale up the ladder in terms of going, ano yung promotion?
Promotion, oo.
Yeah, so maganda po talaga.
Career advancement.
Yes.
Oo. Kanina, Tagalogin naman natin. Okay. Try mo mag-Tagalog kasi.
Okay.
Kanina nabanggit ni Doc Kainglet na sa kwentuhan nila ni Abay Julie, yung tungkol sa tech-voc or technical vocations. Yung parang mga subjects na nagpe-prepare sa'yo sa mga subjects or mga course na gusto mo i-take up sa college.
Yes.
Do they have the same thing in the US?
Yes, actually, I would say it's part of our parang electives. Curriculum. You can choose either cooking, I know like machinery, mechanics, yung mga ganon. So, for example, if that's something that you're interested in, you can tap into that course or that subject, and for like a year, or I believe a year or a semester. Like, it depends on the school and their curriculum. You can take that course.
So, does this tech vocs or technical vocation mga subjects requires you, for example, you took machinery or cooking. Does that require you to take culinary in college, or you can take another course?
Absolutely. You're not required to take that in college, but having the 2 years for K to 12 is really good, because that is an extra 2 years of just tapping into the different subjects, different courses. And then when you get to college, you decide po kung anong talagang gusto mo. At least you have a reference of, oh, I took cooking class, I enjoyed it, or I took machinery, maayos yun. So then when you go to college, it's more, you're more focused, you're more, your direction is more defined, because you have that experience po.
Napakaganda naman pala. Kasi
Yeah.
tayong mga Pilipino kasi 'di ba, dito na sobrang bago sa atin yung K to 12. Parang feeling natin pang dagdag lang siya sa gagastusin at sa time. Pero sa binabanggit ni Giecel ngayon with us, napakalaki pala ng advantage niya. Say for example, graduate ka ng senior high at gusto mong magtrabaho,
You are able to apply for a job right
blue-collar
away.
jobs or same white-collar?
Any kind of job that, like, if you're interested in, like, let's say you want to work at a hotel, you apply for that job, and usually what they look into is your GPA, and then at the same time how well you did in the interview.
GPA is the equivalent of general weighted average here in the Philippines.
Grade point
Okay.
average.
Okay.
So I also wanted to add po, with the extra 2 years of, you know, the K to 12, I think it's such a great program. It allows us to develop our social skills. So that's another 2 years of just social development, which will help us in the workforce talaga.
Yes. So sabi nga nila, you are not only schooled, you also learn something socially, mentally, emotionally through this bagong curriculum natin in the Philippines, K to 12. Another advantage is that nasa ano na tayo, yung world standard na education, we don't have to go back. Di ba kasi ganun yung nangyayari?
Yes,
Can you
po.
explain something about, more about the yung pagbalik?
Yes, actually kasi po, when I was in high school, there were 2 Pinoy students that transferred from Philippines. They went to the States, and it was just so sad because they're so matalino, but because they lacked the basic education, they were behind. They had to
Go back
go
to
back.
high school.
Opo. So instead of them being, for example, 12th grade, because of the lack of the 2 years, they were, parang they regressed back
bumalik
to
sa
10th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah. So it's really, I think if we have that K to 12, we'll be up to par with the educational system
World
around
standard.
the world.
Yes.
Opo, yeah.
Anything you want to say or to add to open the minds of the Filipino people, lalo na yung mga estudyante, about K to 12?
For me po, I'm really pro K to 12. I understand po, it's going to be hard, especially for the parents financially, because they have to mag-shed out ng pera to pay for another 2 years.
But it's all worth it.
Yes,
Tama.
education for me is very important. It's something that we should value, and if we can make it for 4 years of college, why not another 2 years of high school, so that we can all the more be competent students, competent
People,
yes.
na employee or
Employees.
maybe entrepreneur,
Yes,
diba?
I highly encourage the K to 12 po.
Yes. Thank you, Giecel, for
Thank you.
sharing with us your experience. Kinakabahan ka pa ba?
Because it's my
Professor niya kasi ako, so parang feeling niya siguro nagre-recitation kami sa school. Mga kataong bahay, magkasing ganda kami, di ba? Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan mamaya, kaya tutok lang kayo, mga kasama natin ng Easy Shop. Pabalik pa ang taong bahay.